your attention to something that's been my life's mission on a personal level, um, and it's abduction of women and children. Um, it's something that really affected me when I was young because I saw a young child that was abducted in my area, and it just happened as I was walking up. I saw a young kid, and he was my age, and probably was like 8 years old, if that. And he was banging on the back of a car in the back seat, and he was yelling, and he was looking at me, and I was the only one right there. And I could see it in my mind now. And he was banging on the window and yelling, help, help, frantically banging on the back of the window. And as I went to the front, as I'm walking to the front of the vehicle, I could see that it was a huge white guy that was older. That kid had no chance, and I was young myself, and I didn't know what to do. So the man drove off, and it's bothered me my whole life. That maybe I could have done something differently. I don't know if that young boy's life was ended, and it could have been me. Because remember what I said, I was the only one there at that moment. So what if I was that kid? What would I have done against such a big man? So, and I never wanted to see that ever again, ever in my life. So, what is bothered me my whole life? I look for ways in which I can make a difference, and all my life I have not been able to get to that point, except for now. There's a lot of organizations and agencies out there dedicated to abduction, especially for children, and for young adults, and every single one of them. And I mean, they have a certain value, but they're all geared towards what happens once someone is abducted. To me, that's not good enough. There's so many hundreds of thousands of kids in this country that go missing every year. In my next video, I'm going to actually bring up the stats and look over them. I'll talk about them. But there's so many that are missing, and they focus on what happens afterwards. I don't like that. I never did. Even when I came across again so many different agencies, which, they have their value, but I believe that we have to do something that's a little bit different from that. We have to actually do something that is preventive. And I believe in prevention, and I believe that if we wanted to, we can take steps to prevent things like that from happening. It's just like in the medical community. A lot of times they want to get us to the place in the medical community where we are active in prevention. It's the smartest way to go, because when a child or a young adult or even adult is abducted, the more hours that go by, the greater chances of that child or adult or woman, or young teen, every hour that goes by and they're still missing, their chances go down drastically. So it's very important to focus on prevention. So that's where my heart is at right now. So I just wanted to get that off until my next video, and we'll talk again soon.